Welcome to Halacha and Rambam IYUN. Today's Rambam Perokim. Very geschmack. We learn the halachas, Masechtas Herius. The Rambam says in Perokim that a kohen gadol, kohen Moshiach, the Rambam calls it. In a Perokim halacha base. He paskin for himself. And he thought that if you throw from one rishus to another, it's okay. If you remember, we learned earlier in the Rambam regarding the Pad Hel and Dover Shel Tzibor that it's not if they were oiker a whole goof in the Torah. If they said there's no such thing like carrying from one domain to another domain on Shabbos, that's not called Shgogos Eiro. But if he had Shgogos Eiro and he thought Zedek Mishus Shabbos Moter, the Zorek Mishus L'Shus Vutele Biros Elatzme, and he thinks the reason he does it is because of his Eiro. Shivoda Leichete, maybe. Parlachatos, he brings a special parlachatos. The Rambam continues in the halacha that if he was not tele berose, if he was eker a whole goof, then he's potter mikorban totally. The Rambam further in this Perek, Halacha Zayin, the Rambam says, kohen gadol shenimshach b'shemen hamishcha. It's not talking about regular kohen gadol that had meruba begodim in the second Beis Hamikdash. He was nimshach b'shemen hamishcha. V'over ma'avedosi mipnei mum e mipnei zikna chayetze b'her. He was older. He had a mum. He couldn't serve anymore as kohen gadol. V'chota b'shgogos zu. Maybe par al Shgogos. He brings still the same part of a kohen Moshiach. Lefi, he brings from the Mishnah. Ein ben kohen Moshiach hamishamish. If he's an actual active duty, lekohen Moshiach she'ovar el pariyim hakipurim. That since he's not working in the Beis Hamikdash, he doesn't bring his own bullock, his own par, his own bull on Yom Kippurim. He doesn't have to bring a korban chavitin every day like a kohen gadol on active duty. I will par abo al kol mitzvahs, but this par hel and dover shovim ein bein, even a kohen Mashiach that didn't do the kohuna is chayiv in this par. Also, in this Perek, the Rambam writes that there's the same halacha by Anosi b'Yisrael. He has a special korban. He doesn't bring a seira. He brings a soyer, a male goat. And the Rambam earlier in this Perek says, which is Anosi, Melech she'eino lo rishus me'odom Yisrael ve'ein l'mayla ve'machus el Hashem elikov. That only the Eibishter is on top of it. These are the two halachas that Rambam discusses in Perek Tezvav, the different karbonis of a melech and a kohen. And the Rambam says that if a kohen retired, he still has the din of this special part. The Rambam and Halacha Tes says, no sishen itztada. If he became a Matzeda Melech over min Yusei, he doesn't have a Malchus. So the Nosi Sha'ovar min Yusei Hareu Kehedyet. Then he doesn't bring a male sawyer, he brings a female sawyer. So the question is, What's the difference of a king gadol and a melech? Why by a king gadol, for life he has the din of par hel, par kein Mashiach, different than Klal Yisrael? Why by a melech, once he goes away from his malchus for whatever reason, his din korban goes away? So there's a beautiful Pirush HaMishnayos la Rambam in Hades, and he says, because the shemen, that mishcha that was poured on him, made him a different person. Nishar b'kedushos, says the Rambam. Ki shemen hamishcha sheniten olav lebotla pulos. But a nosi, if he doesn't have this idea of shiltein, he's no more melech. If he's no more melech, then the din of his special carbon of soil goes away. There's a fascinating deal. Now, Mr. Feinstein says, why is this halacha in Hilchos Shgogos not in Hilchos Malach? Because it's only a din in korbanos. It's not a din in Meided b'Malchus and other in Yonim. He still has a din of a melech. The question is, why does he still have a din of a melech? And we have to understand pshat in a Meided b'Malchus chayav misa. It says that Klal Yisrael told Yeshua, Isha sheyamres picha. Whoever will go against you is chayav misa. Is it pshat that it's a gedder of shilton? Otherwise, you cannot rule. You cannot rule people if you don't have this ability of capital punishment. Is that pshat? There's a fascinating discussion in the Perokim. They were the partisans. There were 12,000 of them hiding in the forest. And there were the Belsky brothers in charge of them. And there was a big fight and they killed someone who rebelled in them. So the Perokim asked, was he allowed to do it as Adin Melech? If it's just a hechet timtze, in order to lead the people, then why would it be by a melech shenitztada, and you have to be man another melech? Why should he still have the gedolim of koven in malchus? V'yesh la'ayin b'chol zeh. Have a wonderful day.